Algebra 2, Concept 33, Part 3. We're going to continue looking at right triangle trigonometry, and this is one of my favorite topics. We're going to look at angles of elevation and depression. So you might have had that a little bit in geometry. If you look at a point above you, like the top of a building, the angle that your line of sight to the top of the building makes with the line, if you look down, that's parallel to the ground, is called the angle of elevation. So if you look at that drawing over on the left, we've got a point where it says U on the ground and top of the building. So that is the angle that is opening up. There we go, opening up. Now at the top of the building, so if you were standing at the top of the building and looking, the angle between a line parallel with you and the ground, and then your line of sight, if you look down, that's called the angle of depression. There, and now I have the arrow. So angle of elevation from a horizontal line opens up, and an angle of depression from a horizontal line opens down. And in this case, these two angles have the same measure. Now look at the next two little drawings I have for you. So angle of elevation here. Again, notice you have horizontal and then the angle that opens upward. That's the angle of elevation to an object that you're looking at. And then look at the next drawing. So angle of depression. From a horizontal line, if your eyes were to look downward at an object. So the angle that's created opening downward. All right, so we're going to do 3 real-life problems, and I'm just drawing the best I can, but I always recommend drawing some kind of picture. Also, remember that within this picture, there's going to be a right triangle formation that emerges. So a parasailer is attached to a boat with a rope that is 72 feet long. The angle of elevation from the boat to the parasailer, so if you're sitting on the back of the boat looking up, is 28 degrees. So let's draw a picture. So here's the water. I'm just going to write the word boat, and then the parasailer is going to be up in the air. And then someone at the back of the boat is looking to the parasailer, and that length would be 72 feet. So we want to estimate the parasailer's height above the boat. So I'm going to draw this right triangle that emerges in this situation. So if I drop a line perpendicular from the parasailer down to a horizontal line where the boat is, now I've got my right triangle. So that perpendicular line from the parasailer down to the water is the height that it is above the boat also. So we're not looking for that rope length, the distance from the boat to the parasailer. We know that. We just want to know the height above the boat. And so we'll label that H. That angle was an angle of elevation, and so we know that it's opening upward, 28 degrees. So we look at what we know, what we want to know. Height is opposite of 28, and the 72 is the hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse, we can use the sine. So the sine of 28 degrees equals the height over 72. We're going to multiply both sides by 72, and you'll just do that on your calculator. And so that height is about 33.8 feet. We're going to round to tenths place on these. All right, so a fire is spotted by a ranger in a fire tower 30 feet above the ground. The angle of depression from the ranger in the tower to the fire is 18 degrees. So let's draw this picture. So here's our tower and the ground. There's the fire. And here's our line of sight from the top of the tower to the fire. So it's an angle of depression. So let's draw that line up on the tower that's parallel to the ground, and then let's drop the line perpendicular down. So now we have our right triangle there. I went ahead and put in my angle of depression. I labeled it 18 degrees. How far is the fire from the base of the tower? So that's the ground length, X. But that length is also part of the triangle above because we have a rectangle. So now using that triangle up above, we look at what we know and what we want to know. The tower is 30 feet, and that parallel height is also 30. So we can set up an equation that says the tangent of 18 equals the opposite length, which is 30, over x. Oh, sorry. I just am going ahead and solving. Wow. Let me pause that. All right. So multiply both sides by x and then divide by the tangent of 18. So 30 divided by the tangent of 18 degrees. So how far is the fire from the base? Approximately 92.3, and we are in feet. Let's do a third one, okay? These, the more you do, the better you get. So a ship is sighted from a lighthouse, so that means from the top of the lighthouse at Port Richey at an angle of depression of 15 degrees. So start to kind of picture what's happening. Top of the lighthouse looking down. How far from Port Richey is the ship if the lighthouse is 52 meters high? All right, let's sketch this. So there's the water, and here's our lighthouse. There's the ship, and then here's our line of sight. Now remember, this is an angle of depression. So let's draw that length that's parallel, and then drop down that perpendicular line, and then label that angle of depression, so opening downward. Now we know that the lighthouse is 52 meters high. That is also that same height that's parallel to it. And then what we're trying to find is how far Port Richey is from the ship. So that's that length here, but also above as well. So in that top triangle, we look at what we know and what we want to know. So we know the opposite. We want to know the adjacent. That's tangent. So tangent of 15 degrees equals opposite, which is 52, over x. So here we've got to multiply by x and then divide by the tangent of 15 degrees. So this is a two-step equation. And so that is approximately 194 meters away. All right, that concludes part 3, angles of elevation and depression.